What is going on, guys? This is Beanie and welcome back to another content update episode and a player review. I'm gonna run through the content updates and then we're gonna review some players, but there is a problem. They released all of these players, but some of them you have to do missions to acquire, and it's not something that people can get right away. So there are going to be a lot of these guys that I'm not going to be reviewing today, but as soon as someone unlocks them, which I'm sure will probably be by like tomorrow, or maybe the next day, I will be reviewing those guys. I will have another video out for that for sure. But so I'm going to be reviewing 4 guys today, and one of them I am super hyped about. Like, he's been exactly what I've needed in my lineup. Like, I'm so stoked over this card. He does have his flaws, but I'm super stoked over this card. But and another one I'm pretty damn disappointed in, to be honest with you. But anyways, let's get into the content stuff. Okay, guys, they've put out 2 new packs. They've put out a new bases loaded pack that comes with 1 piece of guaranteed camo equipment that can be used to unlock the legend Yogi Berra, who we will talk about in just a little while. You do have a 3-pack per person limit, but you know, whatever. And then we have the Ballin' as a Habit pack, which is 15,000 stubs. Quite steep, but apparently you have like amazing odds to find a diamond or gold, including legends and flashbacks, and a really good chance, well, not a really good chance probably, but a chance to find the rookie legend Wade Boggs, which is another card that I'm about to talk about. So these are the new packs. And yeah, you know, pretty cool packs, I guess. Pretty steep though. I don't know if I'll be buying any. I'll let you know in the future, I guess. But anyways, guys, they've come out with some new cards, and I'm gonna be talking about 4 of those cards, and 2 of them like are really just like, I don't really care about them that much. But the other 2 are interesting for sure. But the guys that have been released that I won't be talking about, the 98 Boggs, the 94 Luis Gonzalez, the 87 Mott, 89 Fergie Jenkins, 88 Joe Morgan, 88 Wagner, 86 Adam Eaton, 99 Albert Pujols, and a 99 Chipper Jones. Now, the 99 Albert Pujols and the 99 Chipper Jones is a response to the people bitching about Pepe Alazar. So what they have now is you can exchange Pepe Alazar if you want. You can do an exchange mission where you can get either the 99 Albert Pujols or the 99 Chipper Jones. Now, this is, you know, cool, I guess, but the thing that's really shitty about it, especially for me, is that Chipper Jones is my like all-time favorite player, and I've been looking forward to the 99 Chipper Jones for like forever. I'm not, like, I have to pick between him and Pepe Alazar whenever I get the Pepe Alazar, and that sucks. Like, yeah, the Pepe Alazar sucks, but if everybody else is going to be using him, I want to use him too, but I also want to use my fucking favorite player of all time, 99 Chipper Jones, and in the content update, it says that's the only fucking way to get them. What the fuck, SDS? That's so fucking stupid. You guys just keep fucking up, and then you're like, oh, okay, let's fix this, and then you just fuck up more. It's fucking insane, guys. Like, I've tried to defend you a lot, but y'all just have bad idea after fucking bad idea. Like, I would be super cool with the exchange idea if you were like, okay, right now you can get like early access to these cards, or maybe they were like I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's just the fact that that's the only way that you can get them. And if people like me really fucking like Chipper Jones, we have to pick between having the most super overpowered card in the game and a card that's fucking, you know, my favorite player of all time, and I really want to use him, plus he's a dope-ass player. That's fucking stupid. You guys are retarded. Go fuck yourself. But no, I don't want to say that. SDS, you know, they've improved over the past few months, but this is just dumb. I don't get it. But you know, whatever. But yeah, those are the guys that I won't be talking about today, but there are 4 guys that I will be talking about, and I added 2 silvers in here just because one of them I think is interesting to talk about because of future stuff, and the other one just because I think he could maybe be a gimmicky card that you see at the lower levels. Anyways, let's get into the player reviews. Okay, the first guy is a guy that I'm super disappointed in, honestly. Whenever they said they were going to be doing individual player, like individual seasons for the legends and stuff, I thought that there were going to be some dope-ass legends, and Yogi Berra was one of the guys that I thought that he could be amazing, but this card, man, it doesn't do it for me. The fact that he's a lefty and he has such extreme reverse splits, he's always been short, so he's always kind of been knocked down a peg for me, but the fact that he's so short makes, that knocks him down. But the fact that he's a lefty that only hits lefties good sucks. It's a card that I would not, he would be a hole in my lineup, essentially. Because lefty on lefty, I'm going to hit a little bit worse anyway. I can hit lefty on lefty fine, but whenever you have a lefty bat, the reason you want that lefty bat is having the added benefit of being able to destroy righties, that's what you're going to see most of the time. And this guy doesn't. He's mid-60s. That's okay. With 99 vision, it's okay, but it's not great for a 96 overall card, and he gets a lot of juice on that overall because he hits lefties well, and that's not going to benefit you as much as if he hits righties well. Now, I haven't looked at his stats and his splits from, I don't even know if they have splits from back then, but I haven't looked at them from 1951 or whatever. But were his splits like really this extreme? Like, I don't know, that maybe. But he's a good defensive catcher. If you're a guy that really loves defense, you're going to be one of those guys that loves this card or likes this card and then hates the next card that I talk about. Because he's great defensively. He's not like the best defensive catcher in the game, but he's super, super solid all around. Great blocking, great fielding, great arm strength. But at the plate, he just doesn't do it for me enough, so I ended up giving Yogi Berra a fag of a 6.0. I do think he's above average just because he's not completely inept at the plate. He can do some things for you at the plate, but not a lot. And he's a good defender, so that makes him above average for me, but not that much, like just a little bit. I'm not super stoked on this card. I am, however, super fucking stoked on this card. Okay, let's go through this. This guy is the best hitting potential catcher in the game. I know that catching is his secondary position, and boy do I know his defense is fucking awful. I get it. If you're a guy who is a huge believer in catcher defense over offense, you're not going to like this card. Might as well skip to the next player. I'm a believer, however, that if you have to pick between offense and defense, I always pick offense. Even if it's going to be something that I'm going to have to deal with in the future, and it's just, it's going to kind of suck. I'm going to have to figure out ways around it. To me, that's annoying. Having a guy who can't hit it's a potential game changer. It's a guy that the other guy is anxious to pitch to. They may walk a couple guys just to get to him, because he can't hit. But the Victor is, this card is amazing. Until they come out with like a 99 Joe Mauer or a 99 Johnny Bench or something like that, I see this guy being my favorite catcher in the game for a while. I've already bought him from the ticket counter. By the way, he's only 2,650 tickets, so not a lot at all. You can scoop this card up. Still have plenty of tickets left. Some guy on Twitter asked me what to do with his tickets. I didn't answer him then. I just said I may make a video about it. Buy this guy for sure, because he is going to be a stud in your freaking lineup. For catcher, 92-76 versus righties with 94 vision is amazing. 99-92 is elite of the elite no matter what position you play. 85 discipline, I don't really care about that much. The big knock on this guy is his defense. If he had if he had mid-60s defense for like his fielding, I don't know what his blocking is. I don't know what they set that for secondary positions. But if he were just average on defense, this guy would be like a 9.5. But because he isn't, I had to knock him down just a little bit, but this is going to be a guy that I'm going to plug into my lineup right away. Buddy Bell is probably going out, and my creative player is probably going to shortstop. I love this card though, guys. I really, really love this card. I'm super stoked to use him. And the biggest thing is he's a switch hitter. I mean, that adds another switch hitter to your lineup. That's amazing. That lets you get so creative with lineup construction and stuff like that. It's freaking awesome. And just, so you don't have any thoughts about putting this guy at first base, do not buy this guy if you want to use him at first base. I would only buy this guy if you plan on using him at catcher. Just because first base, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's so easy to fill. It's not a position where defense matters. You can put guys out of position there. It's not. I never sweat over first base, and I never overspend to get a first baseman. You're getting this guy because you want an awesome catcher. So I ended up putting this guy's fag at an 8.7. The highest fag I've given anybody outside of Ken Griffey Jr., because I think that having a catcher that can mash is so valuable. It's so valuable. Defensively, it may hurt me a lot. But I'm willing to take that risk and see how it plays out. So an 8.7 for this awesome card. Okay, and the next two are just a couple of silvers, if the game will fucking load up. It's the first one is the 84 overall Tom Seaver, and there's really not a lot to note about this specific card. As far as his attributes go, he has average to below average per nines for a starter. He doesn't throw hard at all. He doesn't have great break. This isn't a guy that I would use. I'll just tell you right now that I set his fag at a 1.5. He's not really a guy that I would consider usable. But there is one thing I noticed that could be a big thing for future cards, and that is they gave him a changeup. And I know you guys know this from last year, that any version of Tom Seaver with a changeup has the potential to be filthy. Any version of Tom Seaver with a changeup and a sinker could be devastating. I mean, it could be like one of the best pitchers in the game. So if they have plans of coming out with like a 96, 97 plus Tom Seaver card, which, I mean, he totally deserves one. He's one of the best pitchers of all time. If they have plans of coming out with a card like that, and this is his pitching arsenal, he might be one of the best pitchers in the game. So I thought that was really, really interesting and important to talk about, but this card really isn't all that special. His fag is a 1.5. Okay, and the last guy that I'm going to give a fag is the Impact veteran, Brad Ziegler. And, I could lie to you guys and say that, you might see this card in BR or events, and that's why I decided to talk about it. But the real reason is that I didn't want to do just 3 player reviews or 2 player reviews, so I decided to kind of tack onto it a little bit, just to, do like a little something, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But this card is, he is a guy that some guys could find appealing just because they find guys with weird deliveries appealing. And he does have an interesting pitch mix, but he doesn't throw very hard at all. He's kind of like a poor man's Darren O'Day, I guess. Like, his overall is inflated by his home run per 9 and his clutch. Like, if those were at 50, this card may be a common. Like, he's not very good at all. But some guys, they just love that fucking submarine sinker baller. They think that those are freaking awesome. So, he might be a guy that that some people may use and you may want to use. He's definitely well below average. So I decided to put his fag at a 2.8. He's a guy that I could see some people getting like the tiniest amount of value out of, but definitely below average. Definitely not a guy that I would ever use, but I could see some guys using him. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it. I will see you guys tomorrow, probably with another player review whenever these cards get unlocked, and probably with some more gameplay. Guys, I'm only 80 or less than 80, like 75 subscribers now away from 1,000, guys, and I'm going to be lighting up that stream. We're going to give this Hosmer jersey away. It's going to be so freaking awesome, guys. I can't thank you enough. I have you guys to thank. I also want to thank Movie Gaming and Cardinal Bird for helping this channel grow in any way that they did. They definitely helped a lot. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace. That was kind of a gay piece. Let's do this again. Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like a Guido asshole right there. Let's just go peace. That's better.